This is specifically for the person who's having a hard time choosing positive thoughts because too many negative thoughts are coming in them. The reason why too many negative thoughts keep coming into you like an avalanche is because so you're probably wondering, why do I have negative thoughts and how can I stop them? My mentor, Bob Proctor, explained it very simply to me. And he said that our mind is what controls our body. And in our mind is two parts. We have the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And so our conscious mind is the part of our mind that thinks. And our subconscious mind is the part of our mind that feels. And our subconscious mind and conscious mind, they're connected. Now, in your thinking mind, you have the ability to choose. You can accept any idea or reject any idea. You don't have to accept everything that comes into your consciousness. If somebody tells you something you don't like, you automatically reject it, probably without even thinking about it, right? So understanding this first part is key, because then what we want to understand is that there's universal laws. One of those universal laws is the law of polarity. And it basically says that everything has an opposite. There can't be an in without an out. There cannot be a hot without a cold. How are you going to be able to tell it's cold if you've never felt hot? So polarity absolutely is important. Now, take this for an example. We have a battery, right? We use it to charge things and to give it power. Without a battery, we can't drive. Without a battery, I can't power up this camera. Without a battery, I can't get online. I need that energy. And in that energy doesn't exist without a plus and a minus. There's a positive pole and a negative pole. And so keeping that in mind, there always has to be positive and negative. One cannot live without the other. That includes our thoughts. So if you're having negative thoughts, just understand that that's not the problem, because it's natural. We're all going to have negative thoughts, but we're also going to have positive thoughts based on the law of polarity. And we also have to understand that everything has an exact opposite. So if you're having a thought that maybe you don't feel good enough to do whatever it is you got to do, well, by law, there's an opposite thought that says you absolutely are good enough to do what it is you want to do. Maybe not in this moment, but you can picture yourself. Imagine if you practice every single day for 30 days. How much better would you be than today? Imagine doing the same thing and turning that into a habit and making it for 6 months, then a year. How much better and further along are you going to be? So it's very important to understand that you have a choice and you can choose. And so, like I said, the problem is not that you have negative thoughts. The problem is that you're choosing negative thoughts. You're holding on to them. And remember how I told you have your conscious mind and then you have your subconscious mind? Well, in your conscious mind, you're producing these ideas, you're creating them. But when you hold on to these ideas and you accept them, they automatically go into your feeling mind, in your emotional mind. So if you're thinking about a thought that you don't like or that you don't want in your life, regardless of whether it happened in your physical world, does not matter. The image is what matters. If you're holding on to it, you accept it and you put it in your emotional mind. Guess what's going to happen? It's going to change the vibration of your body and it's going to make you feel bad. And so that feeling bad is going to cause you to attract things into your life that are a exact frequency to what you're feeling. And if what that does, it just creates what my mentor used to call a negative fulfilling cycle of doom. And basically you're just caught up in a cycle of negative things happening to you. No matter how far forward you try to go, you end up taking 2 steps back. So understand when they say like breaking generational curses, what that really means is there's a paradigm, there's a program running in the depths of your subconscious mind, and it's controlling how you think, feel, and act, controlling what you believe. And so that paradigm is in control and it's literally in your DNA. And as you have kids or, you're up your family tree, your parents, your uncles, or you're on your same lineage with your cousins, they're going to have the similar paradigms. And so what we want to do is we have to understand that that's all that is just automatic habitual conditioning. It's happening automatic on autopilot without you even realizing it. And so the reason why you're choosing negative thoughts is because you inherited from somewhere that you automatically think negative about certain topics. And that's important because when you automatically go to there, you're locking yourself out from the positive. So you're forced to feel the negative. And then you want the negative to stop. Of course, that makes sense. We don't want to feel negative. I get it. I don't want to feel negative. But it's important to know that cause and effect is another universal law, and it happens to everyone, everywhere, all the time. So if you're holding on to the negative, the effect cannot be positive. You can't. It cannot. You have to give it positive to feel positive. And you go through, it starts here with your choice, with the decisions of the types of thoughts that you're choosing. And what I want to really say with this is you can never stop negative thoughts. You can only choose positive thoughts that push out negative thoughts. And you discipline your mind to stay with that process without letting go. You stay with it, you stay with it, you stay with it until one day it starts becoming a habit. First, it's really hard. Then it starts getting a little easier. Then all of a sudden it starts feeling a little bit more natural. And that's when it's starting to become a habit. And then you just keep going, and you do it long enough to where it's not only a habit, but it's actually created a new identity. So I really want you to understand that you can't get rid of negative thoughts, but you can choose positive thoughts. The only reason why you're feeling negative from the negative thoughts is because you're choosing the negative thoughts. Now you might say, yeah, but look, it's right there in front of my face. I understand that. But we have to understand what results are. Results are created from our past thinking. Think about this. Results come from actions. Actions come from your program. And your program comes from your thinking, the thinking that you're doing most of the time, what you're accepting, what you're deciding. That is the problem. You're choosing wrong. Wrong in the sense that that's not what you want to feel. You would rather feel something else. If that's what you want to feel, then you're choosing right. There's nothing to say. But this is specifically for the person who's having a hard time choosing positive thoughts because too many negative thoughts are coming in them. The reason why too many negative thoughts keep coming into you like an avalanche is because you've had a past of only choosing negative and it became a habit. And the more you do something, what happens? The stronger it gets. So just keep that in mind. If you want to change it, you absolutely can, but it starts with taking control of your thinking. One exercise that changed my life is accepting and rejecting. And there's different levels to this. It's more than just accepting a general thought and rejecting a general thought, but it's more of starting to listen to your internal dialogue and start to find where you're starting to feel self-doubt come in, that imposter syndrome, all those bull crap lies that are in the background that are just not letting you take that step. Those are the ones that we want to learn how to reject and only accept thoughts. Find the opposite. What is the opposite? Oh, you're not good enough. I reject. I am good enough. Oh, who do you think you are? I reject. Every day I'm getting 1% better. And you just keep focusing and doing that until one day it's going to become natural and then it's going to become who you are. But it takes one step at a time and we got to let go of instant gratification. Okay? So a disciplined mind takes you further and further than just putting a band-aid on a symptom. This is True Thought, and I hope this was helpful for you. Again, if you need more help, feel free to schedule a call and we could talk about how my mindset coaching program can help you overcome your situation so you can reach your goals. My name is Jose, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.